because, you know, if they were playing against the better opposition, you know, they'd be hurt on the rebound. Richmond can't score, but Carlton should have far more than just the 6 goals they presently have.
Matthew, Jack Rival's getting a cold up the other end. Would you maybe even give him a spell in the ruck for 10 minutes just to get him into the game or do something? Maybe put him at half back.
I think what is Morton, it's giving him another opportunity to save his career. So I reckon, no doubt, play him as the second ruckman, yeah.
Get him into the game somehow. As the Blues work it back inside 50 again. Bit of showtime already. Betts fed it out, and it's a goal to Grigg. Another one for the Blues. This has got 100 points plus the way we're going, Matthew.
It is 16 inside 50s to 3 for the quarter, so that's just showing a dominance. Men against boys, to be fair. It's just, as we said, that they start taking advantage. And this is a bloke, Sean Grigg, who's, I've loved his development over the last month. I think he's a player Carlton have to persevere with.
.43 points the advantage. Clever goal from Sean Grigg. And the Tigers they've made so much progress this year, but it's all unravelling here today at the MCG. Hampson off to Ellard. Couldn't quite flush the kick, and that's a good mark taken by Cousins.
Thanks, Scotty. Let him get up.
Man, Ben Cousins coming in for his 11th disposal. It's a handball to Newman. To Connors, and again, I thought about playing on and decided against it.
He's in a terrible way, Ben Cousins, here. I don't know what he's done, but he can hardly walk as he's trying to get off the ground here.
And the kick towards half forward. Well, that could be all over, Andy.
Let's hope it's not the hamstring, Chris. It doesn't look to be a hamstring. Maybe he's just come down awkwardly on the ankle, but he's in a terrible, terrible way.
Oh, he's lying down right there in front of you. Well, there he is.
He's writhing in pain, Chris. He's in a shocking way.
I wonder whether he might have broken a limb, but play goes on, and the ball's inside the Richmond attacking 50.
He knew he was in trouble the minute he landed. He hasn't really been able to put any weight on his left foot. He's trying to put something on it there now. You can see him hobbling. He's in a terrible, terrible way.
So from the bounce, the ball trickles, but it's out on the full. Hit the behind post. There's the incident involving Ben Cousins. And again.
Seemed fairly innocuous, didn't it? Hopefully it's just an ankle. As Andy Mars said, he looked in a really bad way as the Blues bring it out of defence. Bauer. Joseph. Simpson. Scotland. On the members' wing. Looks to be Warnock. Well done. Nice use of the body. And Warnock swings onto the left. Sets it up for Waite, who's caught behind, but he's got it anyway. As Ben Cousins has to be helped into the rooms. Let's hope this is not the end for Ben Cousins.
It would be sad. He's had an enormous career, you know, and even really added to Richmond over the last couple of years.
Waite from point blank range kicks the Blues 9th.
Really like that build-up. Warnock, Jared Waite getting over to Warnock. Just great body work in the one-on-one contest. They've had to move post back to centre half back. He wasn't finding any footy across the forward line, just with the one disposal post. So that's great for Robbie Warnock that he's starting to get some confidence at AFL level.
Jared Waite, Carlton's 6th goal of the quarter. Now let's have another look at this Cousins injury.
Can you see anything on the left side there?
No.
Because it's definitely his left leg. Something on his left leg that has given way there.
Didn't look to be anything, so a little puzzling.
Go high. Thanks, Daniel.
I'm sure you'll be all over at half-time, Andy, and bring us a full report. So ball back now with Hampson winning. Martin. Morton. No, umpire said he threw it. Gee, nothing going right for Richmond. Can't take a trick at the moment. And Jay King warming up to come back on. So Chris Judd from the centre of the MCG drives it high inside attacking 50. Warnock in from the side. Gee, they had a few flies there, the Blues. Comes out the back to Newman. Handball missed the mark. Collins has been quiet. Off to Connors. Kicks towards the wing, but kicked it straight to Garlett. And again, Carlton will go into attack as just over a minute and a half in the half. Bauer. Now he was pulled down. The umpire looked at it, didn't do it, and in from the side, big Sean Hampson. Comfortable mark. Not a lot of pressure from the Richmond defence.
Chriso, remarkably, Ben Cousins has returned and he looks like there has been nothing happened to him in the last 5 minutes. This is miraculous.
Well, that's obviously it was an ankle, Andy, but that's great news.
Oh, it's fantastic. He's lacing up the right boot, so maybe it was the right leg and we were pointing in the wrong direction. Look, who knows, but he looks 100% better than he did 2 minutes ago.
Gee, well, that's good news. Meantime, Sean Hampson from directly in front, 40 metres from goal, should kick Carlton's 10th. He sprays it way right. So 9-11 now, the scoreline for the Blues as Ben Cousins warms up. Doesn't look to be limping at all, Andy.
No, and look, apparently it might have just been a knock, we're being told, that just hit him in the wrong spot and caused some serious pain for a minute or two, but he looks 100% okay. Remarkable.
50 seconds left in this half. I think Hardwick's got to say to his team, kicked 2 goals going back behind the mark. We've just got to take the game on in this second half because they've lacked no run and haven't tried anything really. It's just caused turnover after turnover.
Garlett over the top to Judd. Into the pocket. Another goal. Henderson's got it. Well, that summed up Richmond's half, Matthew. That was a disaster coming out from deep in defence, and they paid another ultimate price, another goal from a turnover.
Well, I think because of the development of where they're at in their ball use, Hardwick has had them kicking long. They're the longest kicking team in the competition, and all they've done today is kick short, sideways, backwards, and have given them no chance to get any run and flow. And you'd hate to be a Richmond forward today because they have had no opportunities whatsoever. Revolt's had one possession, Post had one up forward. The new player Brown, he's had 2. So the midfield has just given them their team no chance whatsoever to score.
Inside 50s, 34-16. In this quarter, the Blues have piled on 7 goals to zip.
56 points as we close in on half-time. Murphy. Morton appealing for the high fend off there. Garlett. Judd. They've still got an opportunity perhaps for another one. Beautiful kick to Henderson.
Inside 50s this quarter, Michael, 20-4.
20-4. That's just... Well, it's going to tick down and Henderson will kick after the siren to put the Blues in front by a whopping 62 points. And Matty, this could be a breakout game for Lachie Henderson. He's been a little bit in and out of the side. They've put a lot of faith in him. He's just 20 years of age, but he has been great today. 5 marks coming in for his 11th disposal and goal number 4. So Lachie Henderson, the former Lion, nice kick, but just fading to the right, so behind only. So at half-time...
It's on, Chriso here. It's on.
Jay King's in amongst it, quarters.
It's a surprise.
And the margin 57 points at half-time. And this is where it gets a little difficult for the AFL. When things like this happen after the siren, there's not much the umpires can do but just sit back and watch and wait and observe. And I wonder, Matty, where we need to get to a point where free kicks can be paid at the start of the next quarter perhaps, or a free kick paid right there if something untoward happens.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, but if you're a Richmond's coach, you'd go in and say no point showing fight after the half-time siren. You've got to show some character, some run, some dare when the play's on, because they didn't show any in that first half.
Let's get down to Andrew Marr. We saw Ben Cousins go off, Andy. Now, I know you've been sniffing around, as I have at half-time. Not saying it's a fact, but there is some speculation that perhaps Ben Cousins may have suffered a fractured leg in that incident where he went off just before half-time.